Smart and promising, my dear students. Welcome to a lecture on non-cooperation movement 1920-22, success and the ultimate collapse midway. Non-cooperation movement, it was a protest movement to protest the business policies. The leader of this movement, it was launched by Mahatma Gandhi, and in Nagpur session of Indian National Congress, chaired by Lala Lajpat Rai, this Nagpur session of Indian National Congress approved non-Congress movement, and it was launched by Mahatma Gandhi. The movement, a protest movement, consisted of boycott of courts, government-run schools, colleges, to surrender the titles. Soon, this non-cooperation movement took the shape of a mass movement. The masses of this non-cooperation protest movement spread like as though there is a massive fire catch in the jungles. Everything was running okay, but in between, Mahatma Gandhi suspended non-cooperation movement because of the Chowda Chowdi incidents in February 1922. But that was not the end of the story. After Chowda Chowdi incidents and the very suspension of non-cooperation movement by Mahatma Gandhi, there was a split within the Congress itself, and within the Congress there was the formation of Swaraj Party. Then also Simon Commission, Nehru Report, and finally there is civil disobedience movement. In this lecture, you will see various perspectives of the movement, progress, obstructions, and the outcome. So, come to a non-cooperation movement 1920-22, a success and the ultimate collapse, the midway. First point, Indian National Congress approved the non-cooperation movement in Nagpur session chaired by Lala Lajpat Rai. I told you in the very beginning. Next point, non-cooperation was a protest in the form of surrendering of titles, honors, awards. Next, resignation from administration, boycotting elections held under Government of India Act 1919, boycott of courts, government schools, colleges and universities, boycott of foreign goods, and to make popular local products, clothes made by the local people or made in India, so-called the Swadeshi. Next point, the movement was like a fire in jungle. Swadeshi and non-cooperation spread like wildfires. Most of the households took the weaving cloths with the help of charkha. Spinning cloths using charkha. It was made popular, inevitable in the each and every houses, particularly in villages. Next point, Gandhi withdrew the movement abruptly, I told you in the beginning, on February 11, 1992, following a violent incident in Chaura Chauri. Chaura Chauri is a place in near Kanpur, okay, where 22 police personnel were killed by violent protests. Next point, significance. Non-cooperation movement was a real mass movement with the participation of different sections of Indian society, such as farmers, workers, laborers, students, old and young, and even the teachers, and including the women one. Intermediate events, because Chaura Chauri incidents, and then it was suspended by Mahatma Gandhi, but in between some incidents went on. And between the withdrawal of non-cooperation movement and civil disobedience movement, in between the two. First, formation of Swaraj Party following the suspension of non-cooperation movement. There was a split within Congress in Gaya session. Remember, in Gaya session of the Congress in December 1922. Swaraj Party was formed as a separate group. Of course, it was within the Congress, not it was away from the Congress, not out of the box of the Congress. It was within the Congress. It was formed within the Congress on January 1st, 1923 by leaders like Pandit Motilal Nehru and C.R. Das, Chittaranjan Das. The Swarajists wanted to contest the council elections to elect the government for the bidding. Elections to legislative councils were held, and the Swarajists participated in this election, and Pandit Motilal Nehru became the leader of the party in the central legislative councils, whereas in Bengal the party was chaired by C.R. Das. The intermediate happenings next to the so-called the split in the Congress, next to the formation of the Swaraj Party, there is a Simon Commission in 1927, Nehru Report in 1928, and then Civil Disobedience Movement in 1930, March 12, just to begin with the Dandi March. Okay. Impact of non-cooperation movement, a maximum extent of movement. With the non-cooperation movement, nationalist sentiments reached every nook or corner of the country and politicized every strata of population, the artisans, the peasants, students, urban population, women, traders, and the laborers as well. Establishment of Swaraj and the Swadeshi institutions, national institutions like Gujarat Vidyapit, Kashi Vidyapit, Bihar Vidyapit, the Bengal National University, Jamia Millia Islamia, and the National Muslim University were established. It gave birth to the strongest idea of having Swaraj. Mind it. Non-cooperation movement gave birth to the strongest idea of having Swaraj, the love for the use of Khadi and becoming Swadeshi. In instilling unity among Indians, the country had been united by a specific anti-feelings, grievances against the British, thus projecting Gandhi as the only unchallenged leader of the century. Gandhi actually was the leader of this movement. Impacts on the economic front. If you look on the economic side, what was the impact? See, in very brief, foreign goods were boycotted, and the import of foreign cloths halved between 1921 to 1922. A very important point. Just with the production of the so-called the indigenous cloths by spinning the charkha, what happens now? In India, people have started using the cloths made in India, and second, also so-called the very import of the foreign cloths became half during 1921 to 22. In many places, merchants and traders refused to trade in foreign goods or finance foreign trade. So this way, we see non-cooperation movement It was basically a mass movement, and it was okayed by the Indian National Congress, and the eminent leader was Mahatma Gandhi. But the Mahatma Gandhi believed in non-violence, and that's why there had been a violent activities by the protesters in Chaura Chauri. And so getting news this, Mahatma Gandhi was shocked, and he suspended midway non-cooperation movement. At the same time now, there were other leaders also that tried to make some outcome of the non-cooperation movement. And the outcome of the non-cooperation movement was that there was a general awareness among the peoples, and it was so-called inculcated in the mind of each and every Indian that we must be indigenous, and we must have the faith for the country and the things within the countries. So this way, this was a mass movement, and this one way or the other way certainly impacted the very policy of Britishers in India. And that's all for the day. Thanks for giving me patience and listening.